There are certain questions in humanity that just raise the bar, that just polarize us. Is peanut butter better or is jelly better? Should I go serverless or should I go with containers? Is summer better or is fall better? Personally, fall is better, but that's okay. It's not for everyone. Serverless and functions as a service has definitely become in vogue and is definitely a very valid option for many of the clients that we work with. In essence, functions as a service and serverless allow you to not have to worry about what the file system is doing. They have to not care about so much as what are your environmental dependencies. You don't have to set up Docker containers. You don't have to set up a lot of the automation that it takes if you're going to do a completely custom solution. You can sort of build on top of the AWS serverless stack or the Azure serverless stack and be able to just write application code that takes data in, puts it into a database, and then allows the user to pull it back out later. Where it gets a little tricky is that rarely are the applications that we work with simple CRUD applications. Oftentimes they will have background processes. Think of it like cron jobs. They will have to do massive data processing. Sometimes we're using GraphQL, which has a very different feel than a function as a service mentality. So serverless and functions as a service, probably the best recommendation that I have are companies that are wanting to get to market quickly, that have an idea, they want to generate ARR, and they just need some code into production. And they treat it almost like a sacrificial architecture. What you do is you get your code into production as quickly as possible. And then if it's successful, then you're able to rewrite it using something like containers. Microsoft's functions stack, I'm a Microsoft fanboy. I'm sorry, I can't hide it, but I don't really like the way that it was implemented. It's good for certain use cases, but what we have seen time and time again with serverless versus containers, you get to a certain point and serverless will take you no farther. And thankfully, if you've written your business logic behind the API controller, you can usually migrate that fairly easily over and be able to start using technologies like containers, using technologies like Kubernetes, and eventually leave your serverless behind. So which one you need, it really depends upon your use case, but I'd be very skeptical to have a very, very large, massive enterprise scale applications on functions as a service. I just don't think it's gonna serve you very well.